Hi everybody, it's Sam at Mixed Up Craft. Thank you for watching my tutorial today. I've got this super fun unicorn bag. Oh my god, I love it. The idea of this one came, I was watching this YouTuber, I'll share the link below, and she made a unicorn birthday cake and it was incredible, and I thought that would just work perfectly on a gift bag. So that's what I've done. So I've just kind of, it was a white cake that she used, so I've done a white bag. And she had a gold horn and lots of pinks and stuff, so I just kind of replicated that into a paper bag, and I think it's turned out really well. I really like this. So I'm gonna have some tissue paper inside it, so that'll kind of be behind as well, which kind of adds to the effect. But yeah, it's a really nice bag. This one measures, apologies, I've got a cold coming on, so I am very stuffy and it's not great. So this is 8 1/4 by 3 by 8, so it's a really nice size gift bag, and also it folds flat, so it's good for storing. Obviously you've got to be careful of the flowers, but you can make a few of these and store them. This one's traveling with me, so that's why I needed it to fold flat, and there you have it. Just a really great, really fun. See all the lovely detail there, and that shimmer. Yeah, so this is what we're going to make. So let's crack on. So you will need, okay, so the glitter, the embossing glitter that I use is Paper Mania glitter gold, and it's beautiful. It's really shimmery. So I've already done all my flowers. What I'm going to do is put a little link up now, somewhere around here, of a couple of other tutorials that I've done where that I do these flowers. So rather than do that all again and make the video quite long, if you just revert to that if you're unsure, but you can see there, I've done them all and just put the heat embossed the insides with the very handy Versamarker. So if you can get hold of this pen, you've got a double tip, so you've got a thicker one at this end, which is the one I used, and I just literally done a little splodge in the middle and then sprinkled my embossing powder over it, and then there's a finer nib point there as well for writing and things like that. So this is great for like detailed heat embossing. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 4 big ones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 smaller ones, and then just lots of little ones to kind of fill in the gaps. I don't know whether I'll use them all or not, but I've got them all there ready anyway. Okay, so then I'm going to talk through the templates and everything for the horn and the ears in a minute. Okay, so for the handles, you need 2 pieces of 11 by 1/2 inch. Okay. Oh, these are the what am I looking for? Die cut plates that I use for the flowers. So this kind of project, when you're making lots of flowers, it's quite handy if you've got a punch die cut or something like this, a plate that does multiple at any one time. Otherwise it will obviously be very time consuming. So the actual flower process wasn't that long for me because I have these plates. So I'll share all the links in the video description below. Okay, so to make the bag, I've got here 2 pieces of 8 1/4 by 11, and then you need 2 pieces of 4 by 11. Okay, so, and then for the template, just get yourself some scrap white card and gold, and some pink there, and then I'll talk through that in a minute when we get to it. I'll leave that for the moment. Okay, so let's get the scoring done for the bag. So first of all, with one of your 11 by 8 1/4 inch pieces, you just want to score along the 11 inch side. You're going to score at 3 inches. Okay, so that's just that one on that piece. Then on your second piece, you want to score again at 3, but also at 4 1/2. So 3 and 4 1/2, because this is going to be a fold flat bag as well. So, and then on these 2 pieces, excuse me, I just had to sneeze off camera then, so I'll be glad when this cold is gone. So you've got the 4 by 11 inch pieces. So along the 4 inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch all the way down, and at 3 1/2 inches all the way down. Then rotate, and then you're going to score at 3 inches and 4 1/2. Then rotate back again, and you're going to score at 2 inches just down to that first score line that we just created. Okay, we'll do the rest of that scoring in a minute, and you just need to do that on that second piece. That's the piece I've already prepped there. Okay, so that's all the scoring. So get rid of your scoreboard, but keep your score tool, and grab a ruler. And with these two side pieces, as I do with all of my fold flat bags, gift bags, so you can see here, that's that score line that we just done down to that first score line here. Then you just need to do a score line with your ruler, connecting the bottom left of this rectangle here to the middle of the rectangle. So the bottom left to the middle and the bottom right up to the middle. Okay, so just with your ruler and your stylus, just line it up there and just score each side. Okay, so you can see that. So that's what you need. Okay, so you can see what I've already prepared here. So this is what we need to do with this second piece here. So just burnish all of your score lines. Okay, so burnished all of those. Then you want to, with the bottom square here facing you, you're just going to cut up each of these side score lines with the little tab, thin kind of 1/2 inch tab either side. And then just cut it out, just slightly kind of notch it off on the angle there, just so you don't get any overhanging when we put the bag together. Okay, and also I'm just going to slightly angle it off on the edges there again, just so we don't get any of that peeking out the top of the bag. Okay, and then with this middle score line here, if you just push it in and just kind of pinch it like so, just down to there, and it should start to kind of form if you just help it along like so. Okay, that's what you want. Then we just need to put some double-sided tape along these two side pieces here. Okay, so that's our two side pieces all ready, so you can leave them to one side. Then if you burnish the bottom of each of these, don't burnish, oh yeah, you can burnish both of them, it's fine. It'll help it all along. Okay, so that is everything done there. So what we're going to do is we're going to partially put the bag together. So because the bag is easier to decorate when it's flat, but also you don't want to just do this one piece, for example, that we're going to decorate and then be faffing around trying to put the sides together. So if we do most of it, and then there'll just be one last bit to put together once all the decoration's done. So grab this piece here with just the one score line, because this one with the two score lines is going to be your back piece. So we'll do that piece in a bit. So this is your front. So just grab one of your side panels and just take off the tape on one side. Okay, and we're just going to line it up. So if you use this score line here to kind of line up with the bottom one here. Actually, no, start from the top. You want to make sure your top's all lined up and not the bottom, because that's, we can hide that more. So just line it up, that score line. And the top there, this is all nicely lined up, like so. Okay, and there's one side, and then we do the same with this one. So your other side piece, take off the right hand side tape. And again, just starting from the top, just line that up, and then the rest will all sit nicely. Okay, and that's it for the minute. So the back piece we can do once all the decoration's on, that will be okay. So next we want to put on one of our handles. We can do this handle on the back later. So you just want to kind of roll it a little bit with your finger and your thumb there, just to kind of get a nice little arch like so. And then basically you just want to turn it kind of inwards, and we're going to sit it. It's up to you, you might want it really wide like so. I'm going to probably opt for about there. Now I'm putting it on the outside because all the flowers and everything are going to cover this. So I'm just going to use some of my tacky glue and just pop a little bit on the end of one of them. Do one at a time. If you want to mark it with pencil and eyeball, you know, and get it all exact, then fine. I'm just going to eyeball this one. So that one there. And again, just put some glue on that other piece. And I'll just line that one up. So just making sure I've got a similar, so what have I got there? 2 1/4, and yeah, 2 1/4. So that is that all done. Now we can start decorating. So just pop that up there for the minute, just so I can talk you through the ears and the unicorn horn. Now I won't lie, there were quite a few attempts at the horn, because some of the ones that I was drawing, they weren't appropriate to go on a unicorn gift bag. So finally I managed to get something that resembled a unicorn horn. So the easiest way for me to kind of, you know, get you to do this one is if you start with the width at the bottom is 1 3/4, and then basically all I'd done, let me just grab a piece of scrap card just so you can kind of see how I roughly put it together, and just starting from the top, and I just kind of worked my way up kind of like this first of all, and then got to the top and just kind of round off a bit like a, you know, a traffic cone kind of effect. And then when you come back down, once I got to that bit, I kind of started again, you can see like so. That one's a little bit bigger, but you can see what I've done. And then you can just join these pieces up like so. Okay, so then cut that out, and then I put it on top of my gold card. And then again, with this Versamarker pen, I just went over it, drawing over all the outline and that middle kind of detail, which will give you that unicorn effect for the horn. Sorry, unicorn horn effect. Okay, so that's the easiest way to describe that one. And then also for the ears, I just done one of each and then just put it on top and drew around it. So you don't need to do two. But this one for the white, that has a width of 2 inches. So again, if you just put a little marker of 2 inches, like so, and then just roughly do a nice kind of point, cut one out and then lay it down, draw around it. So you've got 2 white ones the same, and then just do exactly the same for the pink one, which is 1.5. So do exactly the same. And then for the gold in the middle on the pink, I just again got my pink, my Versamarker, and just drew a gold shaped in the same shape as the 2 other ears, and just added my embossing powder. So that's how I've got my 2 ears and my horn. Okay, so play around with it and see how you get on. That was probably the hardest bit of all of this for me, even though I did study A-level art. Yeah, drawing like that was never really still a strong bit for me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop these bits down first. So let's see, so I'm probably going to have the ears over the top of the handles like so, and then the horn over the top like that. So I want it quite high up, so you can still hold the handle underneath, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to add some of my tacky glue. So the horn goes down last, and just put a little thin amount along the very, very bottom here, only covering about 1/8 of an inch of the bottom of the ear here. And I'm just going to line it up right so it's centre over my handle there, and just line do the same again with that second one. Okay, and then exactly the same with the bottom of the horn. So that's all in place, so I'm happy with that positioning. Now it's the fun bit of adding all of these beautiful flowers all along the top. So I'm going to just roughly kind of play around just to see how I want them to sit. I've got my glue gun just heating up there, so I'm just going to play around with the positioning. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking something like that. My lighting's not great today. But once I start sticking them down, I can kind of squeeze more inside. So some of these little ones are probably cascade around as well. So I'm going to pop them to one side just so I know where I am. Okay, so just starting with this middle one. So I'll pop a little bit of glue on the end there and stick that down. And then once that's in place, I can kind of move it, just stuck down, and kind of really push these in so they're nice and tight. So I don't want to see any of the white underneath or any of this kind of detail here. I want to be covering all of that up. So just kind of like feed the flowers, kind of try and interlock the petals between each other and stuff, just to really get a nice tight finish. You can see the 3 that I've already done there now, these ones here. And when you push them down, they will flatten, but as soon as the glue's dry, you can kind of lift it all up and just puff up all the petals again. So I'm just going to carry on and get all of this stuck down. Okay, so you can see how beautiful that all looks. Okay, that's why I was just making sure it was all dry and stuff. I just started playing around drawing in the eyelashes. So all I do is, the horn is obviously the center of the bag, so just bring your pencil down, kind of roughly see the middle there, and then just do 2 half circles, and then you just want to do 3 little ticks, kind of little, you know, sways like that on each side to create the eyelashes. If you want, you can do straight eyelashes all the way around, but I just kind of like the little 3 on the end here. So just do it lightly in pencil so you can rub this out, but then I'm going to go over it now with my black. Again, I'm copying that cake design, so she had black eyelashes on it. But if you want to do pink, blue, gold, you can use the, you could draw it with the Versamarker and sprinkle embossing gold over it. So you don't have to do the black, but I just think the real kind of sharp black against it all, I think that's what kind of makes it as well. So just very carefully then, I'm just going to go over my pencil. And there you go, and straight away that just brings that to life. So now it looks like a little sleepy, you know, cute unicorn. So maybe I might just round that off a little bit more, but I've just done them a bit thicker. Right, so now we can do the, let's put the handle on the back piece. So just put that all to one side for the minute. I don't want to bend my horn. Pop it that side there. So this is the back. So again, just roll that handle. So you just get it nice and curved. Okay, so it was 2 1/4 coming in from each side. Now, we obviously covered that side with flowers, so this side we will put it inside the bag. You can have it outside if you want. You might want to put a little gold brad over the top. In fact, maybe that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on the outside and I'm going to add a little gold brad onto it. So I'll keep that there for a minute. Just put some tacky glue. And then lie that one down. Just put a little bit on the back of that one. And then grab yourself a hole punch. So I've got a really thin, this is a 1/8 of an inch one. It's perfect for just feeding through brads. You just pop a little hole in the centre there. Okay, so I've got this drawer of completely mixed up brads, but now I'm thinking, although I said gold, I'm wondering whether the pink might look quite good. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 2 of these pink ones. So you can do anything you want. You don't even have to do this at all. In fact, I think the lighter pink are a bit better. So I'm going to use those 2 there. This is just purely for decoration. This is no purpose. Okay, so now the back of our bag looks equally as cute as well. So now we need to stick it all together. So carefully now, you want to turn this piece over. If your pens come through like mine has there, you can always put some paper or something on the back, but I'm going to be putting tissue paper and stuff inside here. And let's face it, do we really look inside gift bags? No, so I'm really not worried about that. Okay, so you want to take off, actually I'm probably doing this a bit cack-handed, keep that faced upwards and then take that off, and then we can just lie it over the top. So again, focusing on that top piece, make sure that's all nice and straight, and then just bring that down with everything else, like so. And then now you want to turn the whole thing over, bring the back piece over and bring this piece here. And again, this is the bit where you would usually be able to just kind of, can't get that off, push down on the card below, but obviously you don't want to do that because you don't want to squash all your flowers. So you're just going to have to kind of hover it over here and just hold it like so, and just pinch that between your finger and your thumb. And again, just carefully bring down that last bit. Just push it down like so. Okay, so that is now, you can see a really nice size gift bag coming together. So we just need to put the bottom down. So because I want to hide these pieces, bring up the back one first, okay? And that kind of holds it in its shape. And then you just want to, if I bring that one up, put some glue on the inside of this one here. Okay, and then just bring that piece down so you get a nice right angle and it's all nicely flush with the back there and lined up. We can put pressure on it in a minute, but put a ruler down through the middle of the bag so you can make sure the glue's all spread out. So just kind of get it in place first. And just get that all roughly stuck down and then just put your glue. Focus on the edges. And this last, pop that one over. And then stand it up. Grab a ruler and just, with your ruler, just go along there. And just spread all that glue out and make sure it's all nice and stuck down. So there you have it. A perfect bag. So just need to push that bit there. Now what you want to do to make sure it all folds nice and flat is just pinch down here where that little triangle is that you made, and again there. And as you do, the back will start to kind of flip up, and just lie the whole thing down like so. So you can store it. This has got a travel for me, so that's why I needed it to lie flat. And I've got a little box that I'm going to put it in as well, so it protects it all. But there you have it. So it also folds flat. It's a great size. Will fit lots and lots of things in it. I've got some lovely tissue paper which will come out all behind it. And there you have it. A unicorn gift bag. So I hope you like this fun tutorial from me today. I've really enjoyed this one. Please subscribe to my channel to see more and hit that like button. Thanks for watching. Bye.